Hi guys, welcome back to Guru Beauty. I'm Jodie and it's time for my February favourites. The first product that I'm really impressed with this month, really this covers January and February I would say, is by Napoleon. And this is the Autopilot Pre-Foundation Skin Primer. I actually got this from my In Style annual magazine subscription. I really like it. It does say that the primary ingredient is water, aqua, followed by isopropyl palmitate, propylene glycol. So dimethicone is like maybe the 5th or 6th ingredient listed there in the list. So, and I don't see alcohol unless that's isopropyl palmitate, I'm not sure, but I really like this. It just sort of glides on the skin, sits really nicely, and it's not the most mattifying primer that I've had, but definitely out of the primers that I'm trying right now, it's definitely the most impressive. So I am really enjoying that from Napoleon. Foundation wise, I did pick up this Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation. This Healthy Mix foundation is meant to last 16 hours according to Bourjois here on the bottle, and it says that it also gives you perfectly glowing complexion and toned skin, and it contains fruit therapy, which is radiance boosting. And I don't buy into all of this stuff, but for anyone who's interested, it does say that it does contain apricot for radiance, melon for hydration, apple as an antioxidant, and ginger for energy. That's all listed right there on the bottle for anyone who's interested. I did initially buy this when I had a self-tan on my face, and I bought that in 56, and I think I expressed my displeasure for anyone who had a darker complexion than mine, my, you know, up to medium complexion, if they wanted anything darker, because the 56 was the darkest that my price line had. I did go back though, since that self-tan has faded, and I've been doing a lot of exfoliating, shall we say, on my face lately. So I did go back and get the number 53, and I find that that is quite a good fit. I am wearing it today. I do have powder over the top of that and bronzer. I do get, after a few hours, some shine on my nose when I wear it over the Napoleon Autopilot Pre-Foundation Skin Primer. I just sort of touch that up with powder, and I find that the rest of my face still looks pretty good throughout the day. I do find that this foundation is a buildable coverage. I would say initially when you put it on, whether it's like with I have tried putting this on numerous ways with a Sigmax HD, is it the F40, the flat top kabuki? I've tried it with a MAC 187, just sort of buffing it in, and I've also tried it with a beauty blender. I would say that it sort of goes on as a medium coverage, and then you can build upon that, and it does not get cakey whatsoever. And I do find that this is quite good for pores, for minimizing pores. It almost reminds me of like a lighter version of MAC's Studio Fix Fluid, just because of the buildability, the fact that it does sort of have some kind of pore minimizing, and it is fairly long lasting. It does say on the side of the bottle that it gives perfect coverage, that it's a semi-matte finish. I'd agree with that. It is oil-free, tolerance tested dermatologically, and it maintains essential skin hydration. So I would recommend that from Bourjois, the Healthy Mix foundation. You do see Lisa Eldridge and the Pixie Woo girls using that as well. So thumbs up there to Bourjois for my combination to oily complexion. Next one is from Coastal Scents, and this is called the Bright Eyed Eye Brightener, and this is in the colour Light. I haven't found anything yet that creases any less, and that includes Clé de Peau, it includes Eve Pearl, Bobbi Brown, all of those products. What I like about this, and I got this in Light, is that it's quite pink. If that's coming up on the monitor, I'm trying new lighting, so I'm not sure how it comes out, but it's actually quite pink, and it reminds me of, colour-wise, of the Giorgio Armani Master Corrector, the shade 01. So anyone who's sort of looking for something pink like that for under their eyes, this one is a lot less expensive than the Giorgio Armani, and it's the Coastal Scents Bright Eyed Eye Brightener. This is in the colour Light. I don't know if the others are so pink, but I would thoroughly recommend that. I do find that it does really brighten my under eye area, and it does sit nicely without caking up throughout the day. Very nice. Also had to mention my Laura Mercier mineral powder. I wear the mineral powder here in the colour Rich Vanilla. It's probably a little bit dark for me now. I love this. It is SPF 15, and I have tried a few other mineral powders before, like the Bare Essentials and the Sheer Cover and some Australian brands as well. But I love this mineral powder. I love it on its own as a foundation, and I love it as a setting powder when I want extra coverage over a foundation. But this just has the most beautiful sheen. It doesn't make you look oily. It lasts a long time. It's just not completely mattifying, and it's not completely shimmery. It just has the most beautiful healthy sheen, and I love this whenever I wear it, the Laura Mercier mineral powder. This one is an oldie but a goodie, and I think you may find this on clearance shelves. I'm not sure if you would still find it on a Revlon display, but a lot of those websites that sort of clear out the drugstore makeup do still have these, and you might see it in bargain bins like at CVS if you're in the States, that kind of thing. But this is by Revlon. This is Revlon Colorstay Mineral Finishing Powder is what it's called, and this is in Sunkiss. They make it in another bronze which is more like a matte bronzer, and they also make it in a sort of brightening complexion sort of highlighter. It comes in like a dome, like a MAC mineralized skin finish, and it's just got all of that, you know, baked swirly pattern. This is just so beautiful. I'm not sure if it'll come up on the camera, but yeah, you can see it's definitely got a sheen to it, and you can see it there on my hand there underneath the pink. Sometimes I'll put this just, you know, here on my cheeks instead of a highlighter, and it's just the most healthy bronzy but highlighted because it's glowy, just lovely look. Sometimes I'll just use a big fluffy brush and sort of just pop it over my forehead, like do that, you know, E3 thing, and it's just beautiful. I have spares of this. I love it so much, and yeah, this is as good as any MAC mineralized skin finish that I have. So if you see it, whether it's full price or not, I would definitely recommend this product from Revlon. I love it. And NYC, anyone who remembers, you know, all the rage, whether it was, gosh, was it 2010 probably, the NYC Blushable Cream Sticks. I have been using this one called Pink Flash, and I took it on vacation with me recently. I took really minimal makeup. That's it there, it's up the top there, quite bright, and I used it not only as a blush, which was just lovely. It's just a beautiful sort of glowy, fresh look. It obviously doesn't go this bright on the cheeks. You just blend it out, and you know, you can see at the end there I've just blended it out, and it's beautiful, a lot more subtle. But I also use this on the lips, and it's absolutely beautiful on the lips as well, just topped with a gloss. So I loved this Pink Flash while I was on holiday by NYC. If you're in Australia, I'm sure you can pick that up on eBay. And then lastly, complexion wise, yep, this is it complexion wise, a product from MAC. I actually got this on a blog sale, and this is one of their Sheertone blushes in the colour Peaches. The label there. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm wearing it right now. I am wearing most of these favorites right now. I knew I'd be making this video tonight. So I've got the Bourjois foundation, the Bright Eyed Eye Brightener, the Autopilot primer under all my makeup, and I do have this. I did just reapply this actually before I made the video, but it's just, oh, it's just a beautiful colour. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm so glad I got this. This is probably one of my favourite MAC blushes by far. So I've just put it here on my hand on the bottom, and that is the Peaches right there. It's just gorgeous. I absolutely love that Peaches blush. Okay, this is drugstore, and you can get this just about anywhere. It's by the brand Prestige, and it's called My Brow Duo, and this is a double-ended sort of crown. It's got one end called Matte Silk, which is sort of like a skin color, and then it's got one end called Shimmer Gold. Okay, so here on my hand, you can see here that is the Matte Silk and that is the Shimmer Gold. They're both beautiful. I could put the Shimmer Gold on my inner corner, even on my brow bone. I've used it before here in my Cupid's bow. I've used it on top of lipstick before just to give a bit of a highlight. I love this product, and the one other thing that I wanted to add, I've used this also as you would use the Benefit Eye Bright. So as a pencil, this is the matte silk end, so you can see there it's quite skin coloured. I've used that like just in, you know, under my eyes where it's quite dark, and then just blended it out with my finger hopefully I don't have blush on that finger, but I'll put that under my concealer, and it just gives that extra bit of brightening over the dark circles, and I absolutely love it. It is such a multi-purpose product. It's significantly cheaper than the Benefit Eye Bright, and I would not get the Eye Bright anymore after trying this Prestige My Brow Duo. Thoroughly recommend that product for so many things. You could even, you know, just do a bit of a highlight here and blend it in if you're after just more of a matte highlight. Absolutely gorgeous. Down the center of your nose, blend it in, all that stuff. It's beautiful for that. Another product that I was multi-purposing while I was on vacation is another one by MAC, and it's the Paintpot in Rubenesque. And Rubenesque is a beautiful sort of goldy highlight. That's what it looks like. I'm in love with how it looks in the actual pot. How it looks on the skin is quite gold, like a peachy type gold. Not sure if it's showing up there, but you can see that it's got a bit of a sheen. And I love that. Obviously, paint pots are very commonly used as an eye base, either as an eyeshadow on its own. It's beautiful just on the lid on its own if you're in a hurry. Blend it out into the crease with a brush. It's also beautiful under other eyeshadows, so to help other eyeshadows adhere, and obviously as a colour with that beautiful sort of shimmery gold underneath, it just adds something, a slightly different dimension to an eyeshadow colour. But I also used it when I was on vacation on my cheeks. I just sort of, you know, patted it where I would put my highlight, and also in the centre of my lips. It just gives a lovely kind of gold. I'm not sure if that will show up, but a beautiful sort of gold shimmer in the middle of your lips. And when you're all sort of bronzy and you've got, you know, coppery or gold bronzy eyes, just a bit of this in the center of your lips and, you know, as a highlight is just beautiful. I really like multi-purposing a lot of my makeup products this month, being on holiday, and I thought Rubenesque Paint Pot really held up well to the task. Another product here from the Balm. This was a favorite this month. I took this on I was away for a week with work and I think this was the only eyeshadow that I took with me. This is such a beautiful palette. I was so excited when this came out. The Balm does actually ship internationally. It's just, you know, if you've tried the Naked palette or not tried the Naked palette, I don't know, this is less expensive than that, and it's just got a beautiful range of colors. The highlight here is a really sort of nice shimmery highlight. We do have though quite a light pink, and that still works quite nice as a highlight. One of the things that I look for in these palettes is a really nice sort of matte mid-tone brown for blending out. This color here is perfect for it. We've got like a lovely shimmery taupe here. We've got a gorgeous shimmery sort of bronze here. This is an absolutely gorgeous burgundy color, and then we've got a really beautiful dark matte black and a really beautiful matte dark brown. There's so many different looks that you can do with this palette. Nice beautiful full mirror. It does come with a brush that I haven't even really used before, and it's just beautiful. It's the Nuditude palette from the Balm, and I love their name, the Nuditude, which is just perfect. It certainly is up there competing with the Naked palette, and I think it's a really, really good one. So thank you, the Balm. Got two more products for eyes. Just trying to use up a lot of eyeliners that I have, and I was reminded how much I really enjoy this other product from Prestige. This is the Prestige Total Intensity eyeliner, and this is in the color Bold Brown. Bold Brown is quite a dark sort of black brown, but it is so creamy. I would say that it's creamier than my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencils. I'm not as impressed with those as a lot of people are, but this just stays a long time. I would say that I have not tried a pencil that lasts any longer than this does on the waterline or the upper sort of tight line. It's beautiful for blending out because it is so creamy, and then it sets, yeah, and available in multiple colors. So the Total Intensity eyeliners, I really enjoy those from Prestige. And then also a relatively new mascara for me. I picked this up because Tanya Burr from Pixie 2 Woo says time and time again that this is her favorite. This is by Bourjois, and this is the Volumizer mascara. One of the things that I love about this is that it's really versatile. I was just recommending this to a good friend of mine today when she was asking me about drugstore mascaras. It's a two-step. So the first step that you're supposed to do is unscrew just the top bit of the lid. There's two bits of lid that actually unscrew. So step 1, you can see it's labelled, you take that bit out. It's a really thin wand, and this is a sort of more defining, lengthening mascara wand. So you're supposed to use that first as step 1, get some length, get some definition, and then you put it back in, screw it back in, and then you unscrew number 2. So number 1 comes out with number 2, and it's a thicker wand, and this is your definitely more your volumizing, clumping, dramatic, intensifying part of the mascara wand, and I really like it. But one of the things I found with this is that, you know, you use the defining, the lengthening wand. I do like a lot of drama, a lot of volume, but I don't like it to be so clumpy. So what I found I was doing was step 1 and then step 2, and then I was running a spoolie through and combing something clean through my lashes to get that separation back after step 2. But my discovery, the way that I really like to use this mascara, and it's beautiful, I love it, is I go the step 2 first. So I do the volumizing part, do the other side, and then I take out the step 1 wand, and that is your, you know, defining, lengthening. And so that is the step that I use to define and separate and sort of spread out anything that I've laid down with the step 2. So anyone who's watching who owns this mascara and already enjoys it or not, do try step 2 first and then step 1 and see how you like that. That is my favourite way of using this mascara. Another favourite that I did take on vacation was a Chanel. I feel like everyone's probably sick of hearing me talk about these because they're not cheap, but the Chanel Illusion d'Ombre, and I have all of the colours of this because I fell in love with them. I think I went back 3 times just yeah, and I'm so glad that I did because I love all the colours, love them. The Ebloui, if that's how you say it, it looks quite red in the pot. It's a brown, and when you actually apply it to the eye, it does not come out as sort of red looking as what's in the pot. So it looks quite similar on my finger there, but you can see once I start putting it on my hand, I don't know if it's showing, but on the eye it actually doesn't come out quite so burgundy looking. So I love using this not only on its own all over the lid, I've also used it with a brush just in the crease, which is beautiful, or just the outer corner just to give some definition. But I've also blended out, like I've used when I was wearing hardly anything on my eye. I did try like the Rubenesque paint pot all over the lid, and then just lining the eye with this Total Intensity pencil, and then using a pencil brush with the Ebloui, the Chanel Illusion d'Ombre, just to blend out that pencil, and it was beautiful. This is beautiful around the eyeliner, under the eye, just a beautiful warm brown that I would recommend to anyone. It would look beautiful with green eyes, gorgeous with blue eyes, and it looks fantastic with brown eyes as well. I would thoroughly recommend this colour to anyone who's thinking about a Chanel Illusion d'Ombre. Well worth it. Absolutely love it. Few more products to go. This is one from Models Prefer. Models Prefer, I don't know if it's an Australian brand, but it's fairly new within the last year to Priceline. It's called the Retractable Eyebrow Pencil in Medium. I really like that it has a spoolie on one end and then a retractable pencil that you don't have to keep sharpening on the other. It's a really waxy consistency, so I really have to find I have to comb my eyebrows out really well after I use it because they kind of want to clump together. But I'll use this first, I'll comb it out, and then I'll top it with a slanted eyeliner brush and some MAC Omega eyeshadow or charcoal brown, and I find that that lasts all day. Let's see, it's 9 o'clock at night now. I applied it over 14 hours ago. I have not touched up my brows at all, and they have not gone anywhere, so I really like this. But the reason also that this has made it into my favorites is I find it's a beautiful lip liner. It all started with Stone. I was trying to find a dupe for a friend for MAC Stone lip liner. I went all over the with this Stone on my hand, comparing it with every lip pencil, and it was only once I started comparing it with different brands' brow pencils did I find a good dupe for it. And while this was not a dupe for MAC Stone, I'm using brow pencils all the time, like light brown, dark blonde brow pencils as a lip liner. I am wearing it tonight. Absolutely love it. I could wear this with absolutely any color, and it just defines my lips without being too obvious, and I love it. Tonight I am wearing another favorite over that lip pencil, and this was a gift from Amy. Thank you, Amy. This one is by Maybelline. It is available anywhere and everywhere. It's their 24-hour Superstay lip color. It's meant to provide up to 24-hour wear. I would say that does not hold true for me. This is in the colour Timeless Toffee, and it's one of those sort of 2 steps that has the doe foot applicator that you sort of paint on your lips, you wait for it to dry, and then you apply the glossy side, the gloss stick, once it's dry, and you would use just that gloss balm to sort of get that shine back throughout the day. Now, I love the colour of this. You can see I'm wearing it now. Just going to top that with a gloss. I do find throughout the day that I am sort of wanting to put more gloss on just to keep it looking shiny and nice, but I like that I can do that, you know, in the car without having to worry about the colour. The colour is still there, and while it doesn't look flawless after, you know, even 6 hours of wear, there's still some colour there. At any point you can just chuck on some more clear balm and it looks really nice, and there's still colour underneath. So I really like that. It's a beautiful shade. I really like these 24-hour colours, the Superstay ones from Maybelline. Would thoroughly recommend them. Thank you, Amy. I love it, and the colour is just gorgeous. Timeless Toffee, you know what I'm going to like. The nail polish that I'm wearing today is from Essie. It's one that I've had for a while now, probably a year, and it's the Neo Whimsical. That's how you spell it, Neo Whimsical. It's just the most perfect baby pink polish. I love it. Whenever I've been wearing this, I just look at my nails, I notice my nails, and I just go, oh, I love that colour. It's a cool toned baby pink. It's absolutely beautiful, and you know, appropriate for workplace and anything else that you would be going to. Last favourite for the month is a really cheap product, $2 a can, I think it was, on sale, from Target. This is their dry shampoo made by Girlz Only Haircare. It does come in 3 different scents, and as you know, Batiste would be my favourite dry shampoo. That's normally $9.99 at Priceline. Usually you can find it on sale fairly regularly for $7.99 a can. This was $2 on special. I think the regular price is $2.50 or $2.99 from Target. That's Australian dollars, and I find that this is a little less powdery. If you have used the Batiste and you find, I mean, you can see my hair pretty dark. I use the Batiste, I put a lot of it on, I always hold it 15 centimeters away, I always massage it in with my fingers, and I do brush it out, so, and I find that it's not powdery at all for me. But some people do find it powdery. It just depends on you and how you're doing it and what, you know, how you find it. This one is less powdery, I would say. It goes on a little bit lighter, but really impressed with this. I love it. If you're on a budget and you have not bought a dry shampoo because of the price, this for $2 or $3 a can from Target, I would thoroughly recommend. Definitely go check that out from Girlz Only Haircare. Big thumbs up. So that's my favourites. Hope you enjoyed. Definitely leave a video response down below if you have your favourites to show me on video. I would love to see that, as well as any other favourites you would like to mention in the comments. Always love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you again really soon. Bye.